In this one, we're going to build our superpower, our shield, our sovereignty. We're going to stitch it deeply into our energetic field. Hello, my name is Bree. I created this Soul Healing with Bree platform to assist us all with remembering the eternal nature of our soul, with remembering that our soul is comprised of unconditional love, and that we come to a world that is not necessarily going to reflect that truth back to us. We're going to have a lot of things projected onto us on this planet. We're going to have a lot of people observing us in many different ways on this planet. That is the truth of it here. But what I am going to help us do, and what I have helped myself do in many, many instances that could have gone in many different ways, is I'm going to help you with those people in your life that you're perceiving as hurting you right now. I'm going to help you with those people in your life that are maybe acting from a wounded state right now. I'm going to help to make sure that you're no longer observing that into your being. I'm going to help you make sure that those people in your life that you maybe, after you're around them and you are no longer around them, you realize that you've taken some things home with you. You're thinking different. You're feeling different. You now have a different outlook on life. Maybe your hope is crushed. Maybe your confidence is crushed. Maybe your strength feels weakened. Maybe you deem these people as having drained you. Maybe you're calling them energy vampires. Doesn't matter how you're labeling them. We're going to disarm all that right here, right now, in this session together. I don't care how heinous they're being to you. You're going to disarm them here, right now, together, in this session. So if you'd like to receive that, if you'd like to incorporate that and integrate that into your being, then just say yes. So I'm taking you to a visual now. I want you to see something that you're not emotionally entrenched in. But you're seeing one figure yelling at another figure. One figure taking all of their wounding and spewing it all over someone else. Now I want you to see beyond all that darkness that's being shed from this being, down to the core of this figure, to a small child at the center that's crying out for love, crying out for attention, crying out for help. And I want you to notice that when you take your vision, when you take your focus, when you take your shaping of this reality to that center, wounded child, all that sludge that's being sent at the other figure, you're not paying attention to it as much anymore, are you? It's almost like it's nothing. It's disempowered, and now it's just mud. It's not a scary mud anymore. It's just mud. And now I want you to realize that in every single occurrence in your life where someone has hurt you, something similar was occurring. There was mud involved. And it wasn't even meant for you. It was meant for a misguided reason. It was created from unconsciousness. It was created from someone forgetting their truth. And as much as it might have hurt when this mud hit you, or you took some of this mud home with you, let us remember now in this moment that it was created from unconsciousness. And that when we disempower it in this way, we empower ourselves and we empower that little wounded child to step into their power, where they don't generate the mud anymore. They don't throw the mud anymore. Now our guides are taking us to a visual now. Imagine if everybody in the world was able to tend to that small child inside, throwing all this mud all around it. Imagine if everyone could tend to their own wounded parts before handing them on to another, what this world might look like, where we might be. And the guides are also just presenting now, where is this happening for you? Where is your little inner child throwing mud, maybe at you or another? Is there a part of you that needs to be nurtured again? An inner part. Okay, this message is closing down. It's a short one, but wow, potency in the visuals. So, beautiful soul, we're in a world where we're shifting in consciousness. Some people are throwing some mud. A lot of that mud's coming from an unconscious place. So as much as we might want to grab on to other people's mud hurling, what if we could just disempower the mud? What if we could see through the projections? What if we could see through all the judgment that's being passed from one group to the next group, to the next person, to the next person? What if we could see that as the tangled web of unconsciousness that was our past and is no longer our present? And it's definitely not our future. Imagine all that mud that would have hit you, stuck to you, in the future that could have been, now disempowered, turned into shine. Let's just agree now that every time there's mud thrown at us, our inner alchemist is able to morph that mud into magic. Imagine. Thank you for joining this little session today. A short imaginary process that's far more than we can imagine. If you enjoyed this, please do take a look at my energy healing membership, my self-healing course, and my other offerings, all linked below. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Do be sure to have a glass of water following this. It seemed playful and fun and sweet and mud and but it was a deep healing and a deep shielding and geometry for you and your field to ensure that you are handling this mud differently moving forward. Let's take a deep breath together. Closing in reverence and love and balance. Namaste.